Hey, hi, Soul Fam. Here we are again at the beginning of 2025, the first proper week ahead forecast. And of course, today is Sunday, January the 5th, and tomorrow, the 6th, is Epiphany. And so, really, this does bring to a conclusion and a close the whole of the festive season. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining from. It is so lovely to have you here. So, I thought I'd just start off by doing a chart of the moment. And it's really interesting because the moon is in Pisces. And not only that, it is void. Now, when a moon is void, of course, it means that it means that things are a little bit inconclusive. So it means that the energy at the moment, we may just feel a little bit, because it's Pisces, a bit wistful, a bit sentimental, a bit empathic. And we still got this Mars Pluto opposition. So the energy in general is still a bit jagged, if that makes sense. So that, hi, Annabelle, you're here. Liz, the Iron Maiden. Andy, good morning. Poonam, great to see you all here. Cosmic BL and Ursa 7, welcome, welcome, welcome. Janice, great to see you. Well, do you know what, Janice? It's freezing in Gozo. Look at me. I'm sitting here with a scarf round my neck, and I've turned the heating off because it comes out of the air conditioner while I'm recording, because otherwise it just makes too much noise. And please, again, let me know how the sound is and how the image is, because I decided to do the live again in this position, which is right next to the router. And no, Annabelle, I have not got Ginger Fluffball to the vet, but tomorrow I have a cunning plan, and I am going to strike like, just out of the blue, and see if I can grab him at breakfast and plop him in the carrier, ring the vet up and say, can I bring him? He's the last. And it's like, I just want to get into the vet. Oh, God. Like a Jedi Knight. Yes, that's it. And it's like, ha ho, to, ning, ping, tong, ba. So I have to do something like that. The sound is great. That's fabulous. Hi, Anne Burke. You're catching me live. Welcome. Oh, bless you. Bless you. All good. That's good. That's good. Oh, Melanie, you're sitting in front of your fire, keeping warm as it snowed today. Oh, I tell you. And it is just my Jedi rendition. Listen, it's probably not woke, so I have to be so careful that I stay within the woke guidelines, wokeism and all that. But I just thought it would be interesting to just look at the astrology of the moment, because, as I say, I don't know how it's been for you the last 2 or 3 days, especially from about the 1st of January, because this Mars Pluto has been a right, and it's almost as if whatever you try to do down with wokey cokey, absolutely. It's like whatever you try to do, however you may try to avoid a difficult conversation with somebody who is close, it seems that you can feel all your buttons being pushed, and you can feel yourself wanting to fall into reaction instead of responding. And so it's still around, this energy, and it's still around today. Now, tomorrow might help things, because tomorrow Mars, retrograde Mars that's in Leo, moves back into Cancer. So it'll now be an out of sign opposition with Pluto, which is much easier. So I think we start the week on a slightly better kind of frequency of energy. Hi, Jem. It's good to see you here. I was just saying, Jem, something about the energy in the Mars-Pluto opposition, and it really is a difficult one to not react to. But Mars moves back into Cancer tomorrow. Now, what you need to think back to is, how did you feel in November? What was going on for you around the beginning of November when we had the first Mars-Pluto opposition? Because that'll give you some kind of indication as to how you're going to feel over the next few weeks with Mars in Cancer. Remember, Mars, a fire planet, a cardinal planet, a planet that wants to take action, be assertive, really get in there, and absolutely kind of, you know, just cut through the stuff that is not making sense. It was your surgery, Andy. That's interesting. Well, it might be that you get some news, or you get some something heading towards a resolution, if that makes sense. And Annabelle, I'm just seeing what you're saying about the beautiful new moon and Venus sitting beneath in the dark blue sky on Friday. It was stunning. I did see it, and it was beautiful. And Jam, oh, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Jam. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm not sure if I can sing anymore because I might have to pay copyright. So happy birthday to you. Well, we'll see if we can get away with it. I don't know. Shirley, it's a snowy Scotland. Yes. And it's a very cold Mediterranean temperature at the moment. The temperature in this room has dropped down to, in centigrade, it's about 16 in this room. That's not very warm. That is, sitting in this for too long, you go hypothermic. So after I've done my live, I will go to bed, put the electric blankets on and snuggle down. Anyway, look, Mars moves into Cancer tomorrow. Think about what was going on for you in November, because the same issues are going to come up. I'm hoping it's going to be a really good symbol for me to get Lord Ignatius Fluffball, Ginger Fluffball, to the vet, or should I say to the VET, because he is around and he might hear me mention that terrible word. And so I'm just hoping and praying I can get him tomorrow. London last night was really cold, but now it's wet and windy. So you've kind of missed the snow then. But wet and windy is not fun, is it? It's just not nice. Colorado is freezing too. Snowy Ireland. You've got snow. Snow in Limerick, Ireland. The town shut down. Wow. Oh, it's just, yeah, Andy, you will get something will come up around what's been going on for you, definitely around all of this. Oh, thank you, Jam LeBlanc. I can actually sing a lot better, but I am so worried about copyright. But I do actually have a channel with only one song on it. It's just called Penny Dix. If you go to it, there's a picture of me and you can subscribe to it. I've got 16 subscribers and I have on it me singing Skyfall with a kind of series of photographs, because I couldn't work out how to put the video that I did do to the song on the channel. But go there and check it out and you can actually hear me singing Skyfall. So thank you, Shirley. Oh, thank you, Annabelle. You're brilliant. You are all awesome. And listen, let's just get on with the astrology, because I think it's important, because you see what's happening, because the moon is void, You see what's happening? The moon is void in Pisces at the end of Pisces. This is a really good illustration of how astrology works in everyday life. The moon is in Pisces. We're all drifting. We keep drifting off the point, drifting off the topic, going over here, going over there, and just kind of not really being able to focus on one particular kind of point. At one point, a couple of hours ago, I was thinking, oh, I don't know whether I can do the live. Oh, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. What am I going to say? And I got into a kind of a, and maybe some of you have felt like this morning or today, this afternoon. I just, I've actually felt very emotional today. And it may be because the moon is in Pisces. Maybe it's because that kind of energy buzz that we've had over the festive season is kind of drawing to a close. So it's like tomorrow is the first day back at school kind of feeling. So I felt, what's happening to Penny? What's happening to Kay? I don't know. When the moon is void, important tasks you must avoid. Yes, Jem. Annabelle, you've been like that all of last year in a real fog and discombobulated. No get up and go. Well, that's going to change. Oh, UK. Yeah, okay. You heard it here first. I am moving back to the UK. It's the decision I have made over the Christmas and New Year period, the festive season. And if anyone wants to buy an apartment in Gozo, my apartment is on the market. There you go. You heard it here first. And it is with a real estate agency here called Move to Gozo Real Estate. They are the sole purveyors of my apartment. And I'm just going with the flow. I'm absolutely going with the flow. I have no fixed agenda, although I would very much like to leave before it gets too hot in the summer. So that's my plan. But also tomorrow, with Mars moving back into Cancer, Mercury in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces. So actually today with the astrology, we have got Mercury also squaring the moon. So even though you've got this kind of void moon, of course, you have got the Mercury energy of the square to the moon, but the moon has just gone past that square. So the energy is receding. So you may have found yourself or still find yourself today trying to make sense of actually the energy, because I do think Sagittarius is very much sometimes about energy and very much kind of trying to see through this Pisces nebulousness. So Mykonos, you might be moving to England in 2026. See you there then. Maybe everyone's going to go to the UK. And yeah, Twilight Zone, that's it. It does feel like that. And I mean, for me now, of course, it's pitch black out because, of course, it's evening here. It's 6:15 in the evening. So it's absolutely very dark and very cold. And Cosmic BL, you came out from a beautiful meditation with your daughter last night. Wonderful feelings have been emanating since. How beautiful. That is wonderful. And, you know, I've not been sleeping well the last 2 nights. I don't know about anybody else. I just feel I have had really weird dreams, really kind of discombobulated, and I think I'm actually suffering from overwhelm. Do any of you suffer from overwhelm? I'm overwhelmed by all the decisions I've made. I'm overwhelmed by what I'm taking on. I'm overwhelmed by everything, and I'm just in overwhelm. So let's see. Jem, you're in your dressing gown at 5:15. Oh, absolutely. Hi, Sue NB. Happy New Year to you. Oh yeah, we'll have a good old knees up in Britain, absolutely. Um, Weird dreams, right? You've had weird dreams as well. Overwhelm is your life, Andy, and you're trying hard to manage it. I can absolutely imagine that. And I'm finding everything is changing around me, whether I want it or not. And it's not necessarily my instigation. Friends going, changing, leaving. Just I it's almost as if everything is conspiring in the cosmos to say, it is time. It is time to change, to move. Now, for all of you, it doesn't necessarily mean changing your location. What it does mean is changing your frequency, because the frequency is the energy we need to survive on. Now, I think, as a lot of you know, I have chosen to stop drinking any alcohol. I was never a heavy drinker, but I was a kind of, it was just I like to drink. I would have, wine with meals or whatever, and I like to drink. And I just decided a year ago, really, before my surgery, that I was going to stop. And I have stopped, but I'd kind of also decided to allow myself to have a drink if I wanted. Well, I've tried that over Christmas and I don't like it. So again, I'm going through this huge change. It doesn't do anything for me. And what I'm finding is that I've got so much more energy because I'm not drinking alcohol. And I wonder whether this is something to do with Pluto in Aquarius, and our frequencies are being tweaked by the cosmos. We are all being encouraged for our consciousness to enlarge, to expand, to rise up to a more appropriate frequency for where we are. And anything that dulls or dumbs you down just can't go with you. And so I find you really, we really need to listen to our bodies. Listen to what your body wants to take in. Look at what you're choosing in the supermarket. Does that food say, I am going to nourish your body and give you energy? If you do like alcohol, look at it and think, what is it saying to me? Am I dumbing down feelings? Do I enjoy the taste? Because I do with a lot of alcohol. I actually enjoy the taste. But yes, absolutely, Cosmic BL, Brandon's prediction. And you, Sue, you've cut back on drinking and stopped going out to bars. And I think that the bars, pubs, all these kind of places are going to have to make sure they cater for people that don't want alcohol, so that there are enough healthy options like beautiful waters flavored with elderflower, or lemonade, homemade lemonades, and citrus waters, and sparkling waters that with I don't know, with anything in that just makes them interesting. And yeah, jam. I agree. I love sometimes drinking wine or champagne, but I tried over New Year and I thought, it's not doing me any good. And I just think that my work and the way that, and actually this comes down to, because what's coming to me now are the blue light beings, and they're saying that I can't have both. I can't, if I want my frequency to go up to these higher frequencies and dimensions, and for my consciousness to expand up into the higher self and beyond, and really be able to connect with the star seeds and the blue light being energy, then I have to be sober. It's as simple as that. And yes, absolutely, Jem, food is medicine. And it's what is right for me, absolutely. And you have to listen to your bodies and listen. And this is probably because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, Chiron went direct in Aries. Chiron is about the body and the physicality and health. And oh, that sounds lovely, a turmeric milk. Oh, wow, that sounds gorgeous. Yes, Annabelle, with the planet upgrading, so must our bodies. And some people will come and some people won't. And that's okay. And yes, mocktails. There's lots of lovely, and I'm sure when I come to the UK, I will find there's lots of options for lovely mocktails. But also, of course, the big killer is sugar. So you can't just come off alcohol and then go into sugar, because that's not going to help either, because sugar is a killer. And so that's great, Jam LeBlanc, if you're not as hungry lately, because maybe you're listening to what your body needs and just taking in what your body needs. And this is not what I expected to be talking about tonight, not at all. I was going to talk about astrology, but I guess I am in a way. But I'm also channeling what the blue light beings are giving to me right now, that this is terribly important about what we put into our bodies. And I think that it's going to become more apparent as our consciousness expands with Pluto in Aquarius, especially when Uranus moves into Gemini in the middle of this year. We are really going to be waking up big time. And it's really going to, yes, Annabelle, you said you've knocked sugar on the head. And the thing is, it's so difficult sometimes to avoid sugar. One can choose to avoid it, but it comes in such disguised kind of forms, so that you think you're not having sugar and then you find out you are. So one has to, and also, of course, we know all the sweeteners and the additives aren't helpful. So to find that kind of purity. Now, let me put this out there, because I was talking to a very dear friend last night who lives in California. And she's written several books about Lemuria, which is also known as the lost continent of Mu. So this is not at all where I expected to be going tonight, but here we are, and here we go. And she was saying there is a phenomena happening across the planet of fog. There has been a lot of fog in California, fog around different parts of the United States, Europe, various parts of the world, but this isn't like normal fog. It's like there's something in it, and people are getting terrible respiratory problems. If anyone knows anything about this, please let me know in the chat, because I watched a YouTube video about it, and it seems to be a reality. Fog everywhere since Francis opened the portals. Can you explain yourself, CL? Can you explain yourself? The fog vid, yes, that's it. Heavy fog, actually, weird, hard to breathe, right. Serious in Florida, okay. Minutes of horror have been keeping up with the fog. You took to your bed with lack of melatonin. I had to use my sad lamp. That's terrible, Annabelle. That's terrible. Because there's, this is, and fog in Ireland. Smart dust in the fog. That's it, Liz, the Iron Maiden. Yes. And I think it has to be made public. And, okay, so I'm putting it out here now. I don't know anything about it. Pope Francis opened 5 portals before Christmas and New Year. He may have opened the pit. What do you mean, CL? Please tell me. And what is the smart dust? People saying, is there a connection with the drones? Look at us going from woke to awake with one fog convo. How interesting, yes. We had fog here around Xmas. My daughter had a hard time breathing, had to use her puffers. And Annabelle, you're saying there's more to it than we know. Maggie, morning. You woke up to a dead bird out my east window. I took her to the edge of the field where the coyote walk. Oh, the pit, letting loose the evil, so it's being said. Could it be Mars going back into Cancer, Jem? It's cloud seeding. They're messing around with the weather. I think you could be right. I mean, I've never been a conspiracy theorist, but there's so much happening, isn't there, that you just can't kind of ignore. We're supposed to have freezing fog Wednesday in Ireland, right? 2 days of clear sunshine. I mean, we've had some, it's not been too bad here in terms of the air quality. It's actually been better than it has been for a while here in Gozo. Yes, I agree, Annabelle. It's man-made. It's man-made. You watched a white owl fly past your window yesterday in the middle of the afternoon. Wow. Is attributed to fireplaces. Okay. Conspiracy fact, honey, unfortunately. Okay. You think it's man-made. Okay, well, interesting that we're talking about with this Mercury square Neptune tomorrow, because Neptune, you could say, represents fog. And Mercury is saying the truth is going to come out around whatever this is. So actually, it's seems to be that that's actually going to become much more public, I would say, from what the astrology is saying. And that the people, because there are people on this planet who have every right to breathe clean air, to drink clean water, to eat healthy food. And this is the last vestiges of Pluto's departure from Capricorn, the breaking down kind of war cry of the old order, trying to create a kind of, okay, well, a hell on earth, because they, whoever they are, do not want us to wake up to the truth. These blue light beings are waiting patiently to make themselves more visible to all of us when we're ready. And if you feel that you are sensing this energy around you, and they are benign, they are all benign. They are from Orion, the Pleiades, Sirius, there's the Arcturians. So whichever star seed you feel you resonate with, invite them in. Ask them to show you a sign, show you the way. And here I go again, sounding completely bonkers. But it's what I'm feeling, and it's what's coming through to me. You're getting lapis lights in your head. Yeah, I've had that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Foggy minds in Scandi as well. Okay. And yes, Jem, a message from Mother Earth, but I think there's something, the world is watching. Oh, hi, Parry. It's good to see you. I thought you weren't going to be joining us for a while. Cries for peace, healthcare, and happiness in our world, with compassion and nurturing for all people equally, respect, civility, and unity in our world. Thank you, Andy. I don't sound bonkers, because sometimes I think I do. And I just, you see the Pluto's, this breakdown of the Capricorn old ways. And Brandon and I are going to do another live this week on Thursday. And it's at the same time as this is. So it's at 6 o'clock Central European time. And I'm not quite sure what we're going to be talking about, but he just messaged me yesterday or the day before and just said, we've got to do a live this week. And I went, okay, we'll do a live. So Brenda, hi, welcome from New Hampshire. Oh yes, I'm sorry, Simi. That's right. I was going to find a chart for the Canadian birth chart. I'll tell you what, Brandon can probably help both of us more with this. So I will make a note of it now so that I don't forget. So I'm actually just going to go into my notes and make a note, Canadian birth chart, because I know a lot of you are in Canada and you need to know what's going on there. We need to know what's going on throughout the world. So I will do that. I will do that. Now, there's another very important day this week, which is the 8th, because Mercury, the planet of communication, enters Capricorn. Now, this is an important move for Mercury, for all of us. And I'll tell you why. Capricorn is sensible. Capricorn is structured. Capricorn has common sense. Now, we have all, it seems, collectively been having difficulties communicating with friends, loved ones, business partners. It's been like this. It's been jagged, difficult, challenging. You feel as if all your buttons are being pressed, as I was saying at the beginning. Hi, Martha, you're Canadian. We will look at the Canadian birth chart for you on Thursday, definitely. Yes, the old guard is clinging on for dear life. And, you know, the 8th is your birthday, Anne Burke. Happy birthday for the 8th. I'm not sure what day the 8th is, but happy birthday for the 8th. That's fantastic, because Mercury entering Capricorn from the 8th onwards is a good time to sit down with anyone that you've had difficult conversations with, that you want to put it right. Okay? So if anything has come up which has really been challenging and difficult, talk about it from the 8th with Mercury in Capricorn. It'll make a huge difference, because you will be particular. Your timing will be good. You will say what needs to be said succinctly and with structure. Now, on the 9th, the Sun in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries. Now, this potentially could be a little bit tricky. And remember, the Sun is our health. Chiron, the Sun is our heart, our soul, our life. And Chiron is the wounded healer, or again, it's in Aries, so it's about our physicality, it's our body, it's about our trauma. Now, squaring the Sun, there's something here about a leader. There's something here about news hits the headlines about a leader's illness or demise. That's what I'm picking up. Either they have to step down, or something comes out of the woodwork that they have no choice but to step down. So that's what I'm picking up from there. Yes, happy birthday, Anne. I'm not going to sing happy birthday again. Let me see what else you're saying. Penny makes me cry every day. We love, oh, bless you. Oh God, Maggie, terrible dreams. They're like nightmares, awful dreams I'm having. Don't know, see me. I'm not going to actually say the word that you've written, because the chatter listens. So I'm not gonna say it. But there is something definitely of that nature around. You see, in general, this week I think is very it's going to improve as the week goes on, and it's a little bit like we've gone through some very turbulent weather and turbulent, if we're in that aeroplane flying through the sky, where we're just getting up a little bit above the clouds, but there's still a bit of turbulence, but there is a little bit of light showing by the end of the week. And so that there will be more of a sense of an opportunity for healing. Now, the moon on the 9th, interestingly, will at some point will be conjunct Uranus, sort of the middle of the day here. So in the morning for you guys over in the West Coast. And so there will also be news to do with also a woman, someone who is in a prominent position, and there will be surprise, shock, or she is elevated in some way. I don't know what all that means, but I'm just saying what comes into me. And also, Mars will be really moving off that opposition with Pluto. So that will help matters. So if, wait till the end of the week or even the following week before you address anything of a personal nature with anyone that you're having difficulty with. Okay. Poonam, I want to see what you're saying. The dreams feel prophetic, and then the signs tend to confirm. High frequencies, yes. Okay, Sue, dreams about your late father, but they don't make sense. I think he's trying to connect with you. Ask him what he's trying to say. He's trying to connect with you. So just ask him. Annabelle, you're okay. Parry, we're all in the process of change together with our own individual voices, actions, and intentions. Learning to live with a healthy and creative passion for our well-being and civility. Absolutely, Parry. And yes, CL, I've had very busy dreams, hugely busy dreams. I mean, I just keep waking up and I think, oh my God, when is this going to kind of settle down a bit? And leader stepping down, is this part due to illusions being dissolved? That's a very interesting comment, Brenda Lee Lynch. And it could be very much seeing through the illusion or the delusion or the confusion and the fog, and maybe something comes up about this fog. Jem, do I keep a dream journal? I don't, I'm afraid. I'm lazy. I just have these, I just have these vague images and I can't grab onto them yet, but I must practice what I preach, and I should do that. Oh, so you've got, yes, with your PM and Foreign Finance Minister. Yeah, you see, and the UK is really, really going through a very difficult time politically. And I think it'll be very interesting to see what unfolds in the UK. So it's happening all over the planet. And I don't know if you've noticed how the news or the media is very clever, isn't it? Because it doesn't actually tell us much about any of the things that have disturbed us over the whole of last year, like war in Ukraine, the problems in the Middle East, etc., etc., etc. It's like everybody's gone, oh, it's the holiday season, so we all put down our arms and we don't do anything. And I think that one of the things that we're going to not have the time for anymore collectively as a kind of unified people is we will not stand for the BS that comes from the media that tries to hoodwink us into just being led, dumbed down by what they think we should know. It's like we really are these little snowflakes that just, oh, we can't have anything, can't hear about anything bad. And yeah, they think they're clever. Absolutely. Um, what's this you're saying about Pam Gregory? Keeping one by your bed. Yes, and writing your dreams down as soon as you wake up. Yeah, I know. I've got to do that. Yeah. Yes, Jam LeBlanc. BS misinformation. The mainstream media is losing all respect. Absolutely spot on, Liz, the Iron Maiden. You see, we are waking up. And this is Pluto in Aquarius, because Aquarius is the sign of awakening. It's also technology. And if the powers that be think we are going to be phased or frightened by AI, no, we're not. We're going to go, okay, bring it on. We'll manage. We'll cope with all these different apps, new NHS apps and things like this. We'll learn it. We will educate ourselves. We will not allow ourselves to be left behind. We will work with it. So, I think also that the middle of the year is just going to be phenomenal when Uranus moves into Gemini and just sits there on that threshold for several months, kind of going, hello, I'm here. Let's start the show. And yes, true, see me. We were always awake, just not allowed to speak our truth. And hi, Jim. Distracting sleight of hand all around what's in plain view. Never was a truer word spoken. We are far more intelligent than they give us credit for. Thank you so much, Poonam. 2025 is the year of what is your reality. I like that. Yeah, if you want good food, you have to fix it. Oh, really, Jim? Adverts have been intense recently. Does anyone else feel that? Absolutely. Do you know, are adverts coming on this when I start talking about controversial subjects? Be interesting to know. Yeah, thanks, Shirley. Yeah, please hit like, share, subscribe. That would be great. And remember, check out my overview for 2025 and all your individual zodiac signs. They're all time linked to the overview. And they are long, but they're comprehensive and they cover a lot. So they may be videos that you will want to come back to and re-listen to. So I'm just seeing what's being said here. You've had one ad. It was not during anything that might get flagged. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's interesting, Poonam. I was freezing when I started talking. Okay. Yeah, I know. I mean, what can I say? Listen, I'm not going to let this go on too long tonight, because I think it's important to keep these things short and succinct, and because we can just the energy of this week is, I think we're just going to feel a little bit lost for the first few days. And I think it's partly because it's the back to work feeling. And I think the moon in Pisces that we've had has been sort of accenting that. But the moon will move into Aries tomorrow. And it's going to be moving around for that full moon we get in Cancer on the 13th. And that's quite, again, a powerful full moon that we're going to get in Cancer. Of course, we're going to get a tarot card tonight. But before I do the tarot card, I'm going to give you the word of the week. And, oh, my necklace. Okay, let me show you. This is actually, it's got on the back, it's got blue enamel. I think it's actually this necklace belonged to my mother. I bought it for her when I was in the Middle East, in Kuwait, and it was backed with gold. But I've got this wonderful young woman here in Gozo who redesigns jewelry. And I said to her, I'm never going to wear it the way it was. It looked too blingy, too flash. And so she said, oh, well, I can easily sort that out. And I've realized, because I hadn't noticed before, that it's like a tree of life. And I thought, oh, wow, I like that. So I'm rather happy with the way that that's turned out. So she just took the gold off the back, and adverts have been on, but it's more in general. No, I know, it's, yeah. Yes, it does carry my mother's energy. And I felt her very close to me recently. It's lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so, hi, Tracy. Happy New Year to you. You've missed most of the party on tonight's show, but we've just got to the word of the week, and I thought this was really quite a good one because, okay, yeah, it's a lovely transformation, isn't it, of a beautiful necklace. So I now get to really enjoy it and wear it. And, why not? So the word of the week is healing, because I think that's a really good word we need to take us through this week. I think we need to heal relationships that have gone sour. I think we need to approach all relationships that have had difficulties with a gentle touch, with intuition, with empathy, with understanding, and most importantly, with love. And yes, okay, you'll rewatch after I post. Yeah, it'll be up. It'll be up soon. But I've got some quotes for healing before I do the tarot card for the week. So Mariska Hargitay said, healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step. And you know what? That is so important. Remember, we often find it very difficult to ask for help. So healing can happen through asking for help. Yes, Jim, healing with love and courage. And Mazzadotta said, healing is an art. It takes time, it takes practice, and it takes love. An unknown quote is, wounds heal, scars fade, and the strongest souls are forged in the fires of adversity. And that was an unknown quote. And that's quite interesting, because if you think of the devastation that could have come for some of us with the Mars-Pluto opposition, with Mars in the fire sign of Leo and Mars being a fire planet, it means that what we have had the opportunity to do is for our soul to really grow strong through those fires of adversity. Stephen Levine said, to heal is to touch with love that which we previously touched with fear. And someone else unknown said, healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. Now, that is incredibly important, and I'm going to repeat that. Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. Now, Louise Hay, whom we all know and love hugely, says, you have the power to heal your life, and you need to know that. And Annabelle Sapphire has just said, to err is human, to forgive is divine. Jam LeBlanc, healing and love. Love yourself first before you heal and love somebody else. Damage, alchemy, yes. Yes, the damage no longer controls our lives. Yep, the Queen, Louise Hay. Damage doesn't have to control our life. And we have another one, which is also unknown, which is sometimes healing comes in letting go, in making peace with pain and finding hope again. That's also from an unknown source. And then we've also got healing is not linear. It's messy. It's unpredictable and deeply personal, but it is worth every step. Because surely, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to heal the rifts we forge or make between each other. If we have lost someone through misunderstanding, through miscommunication, through just lack of communication, find the way back. Find the courage to heal that rift. Helen Keller said, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. You know, we're all incredibly strong. We just give that power away. Pluto in Aquarius is trying desperately to empower all of us to wake up, to recognize our inner power, to recognize the soul within that has the power to guide us in truth and light and love. Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. You know, if you've never had problems or troubles or wounds or illness or bad things happening, you haven't lived. To live, to love, we have to lose. We have to lose in love. We have to be wounded. We have to suffer, because we don't grow unless we take the risks that life requires of us to grow and to love and to constantly strive to become better versions of ourselves. Yes, someone's saying we don't have to carry the grudges over a long period of time. Aloha J, I agree with you. Yes, Brenda Lee Lynch, life is a balance of holding on and letting go, Rumi. Sometimes it's very painful, Annabelle says, and we run away from going deep. It's Hades and that god of Pluto. However, it's so worth the process. Wayne Dyer has a good one, you saying, Maggie Wilson. The fragrance of the flowers shed when you step on them. Yeah. 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 Poetry still has the ability to transform. Janice, you are always welcome to share any poetry that you wish to on this channel. So, you know, it's, well, these always turn out to be rather interesting, don't they? I'm going to get the tarot out now. Right, here we go. Bang crash. Okay, so thank you, CL. Thank you. Oh, George is just wonderful. George has settled back in. He's he's learned how to kind of stand up for himself. He's being a really, really brave pussycat. And he's just awesome. I love that cat to bits. I love all my cats. That's why I'm going to get Lord Ignatius Iggy Fluffball to the vet. Not if it kills me, because I'm not going to do that. But I am going to get him to the vet because I want him to come to the UK with me. And I'm not leaving him behind. So I like that. Maggie Wilson, we're all being invited to be impeccable warriors now. Don Juan and Carlos Castaneda. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just saying, Iggy is a rebel. You've got 6 cats. I've just got the 5. My poems on internet published by Salmon, but thinking about other poets. Janice, you need to put proper links into the comments. After the live chat's finished, put some links in the actual ordinary comment section where we can all look at, because Janice Fitzpatrick Simons is a wonderful poetess, and I think it would be very helpful for all of us to read some of her poetry. 6 there, 5 there. Did you get a new lampshade? Well, I've moved location for these lives because I think from the sound of it, oh, you've got 2 rag dolls. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. I think the internet reception is better here. So this seems to be what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll do some of the videos here for a while. It's quite nice to sit in a different location. But I'll probably go back to my little office bit when I do my clients. And I'm starting the day tomorrow absolutely running because I've got clients booked in all week. Thank you. God bless you all for asking me to read your charts. It'll be great fun. We'll just have such a wonderful time, I can tell you. It'll be great. Oh my God, I tell you, George coming home was just the best. The best, the best, the best. Look, here I am wittering away. So let's see what card we get tonight for the week ahead. And will I get Iggy to the vet? That's the most important thing. Oh, no, it's not that one. No, it's this one. Wow. Take care of you first, Penny. Yeah, I know. 9 of Cups. Well, hopefully this means I am, successful in getting Lord Ignatius Fluffball to the vet this week. I hope so. Wish fulfilled. And I would say, and you've got a German Shepherd, fabulous. Karma, what a wonderful name. Yeah, let's all take it. 9 of Cups, let's go for it. Fabuloso. Let's have a wish fulfilled week. So I think we can all quite legitimately close our eyes, screw our eyes up, and make a wish. And you know what? The power of intent is so powerful. We can make a wish for whatever is the highest good for yourself and for those around you and everybody else. So I'm going to sneeze. Do you know I'm going to sneeze? Oh, God, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. So maybe it's lucky. Screw your eyes up and let's make a wish for what we want to manifest this week. So here we go. I wish. Okay? So there we go. Our wish is out there in the ether for everyone to, for it all to be manifested by the divine. And we can just let it go. A sneeze is God visiting. Oh, so it's the divine. So perhaps I'll take that as a good sign. Maggie, you're so welcome. And I honestly, the chat tonight has just been amazing. Thank you, guys. It's all been absolutely wonderful. And Titsil, Sil, I said your name wrong. World peace, amen. I saw the post you put on Facebook, Sil, just before I came on, and it was so moving. I mean, I know it's a translation, but yeah, I mean, your life has changed forever, unfortunately, in the part of the world that you're living in. And I was talking about the light and I forgot about that. Basically, this is a different light. I've moved locations. It's a different light. The orange light is broken. It's gone. There we go. So, okay, I'm going to let you all go now. One's a wish. Oh, yes. Twice a kiss, 3 for something better. Well, I've had one sneeze, so maybe that's my wish. And I just want, do you know what I want? I want all of you to have what you want to manifest. That is my wish. I wish for all of you to have for yourselves what is for your highest good and the highest good of everyone around you and the highest good of all of us. What else can one wish for? Then that covers everything, doesn't it? So, okay, nice to see you all. And I will see you next Sunday for another live week ahead. And I will be doing an Astrobite this week. I'm not sure which day it's going to be on, but it'll come out. I'm going to do a bit of recording tomorrow in between clients. So I'm going to record the new moon, the full moon in Cancer, and record an Astrobite or 2 or 3. And please remember to do all the lovely likes, comments, subscribes. Thank you to all of you who have recently subscribed. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. And thank you so much for your support. And thank you to all of you who are booking sessions with me. And if I've not got back to you yet, I will. And some of us, we're sort of halfway through a conversation. I haven't sent out all the PayPal requests yet. I've got a bit in a muddle with everything. So if you haven't received one from me and you're waiting for a session, you might need to remind me. I'm not very good at this office work, but doing my best. So yes, may the energies be good to each and every one of you. How do you book a session with me, Louise? Louise, go to my website, pennydix.com. It's in the description box of this video when it's up and properly posted. And you can email me on penny@pennydix.com. So the website is pennydix.com. I don't have a booking system on the website. I like to be in charge of it myself so that I can pace it out for when it's best for me and obviously for you. So I'd love to work with you. That would be fantastic. So let's see. Right, listen, I've got to stop wittering. I'm going to see if I can find something to watch on television and have a rest. Yeah, wishing you all a brilliant week, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you very soon. Love you all loads. You're all friggin' awesome. Bye, guys.